Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome if you are new here, because I have noticed I have quite a few new subscribers, so I'd just like to say thank you so much and I hope you enjoy all of my videos. So today I'm back with you because the lovely Julia has released another set of gorgeous digi stamps. I mean, they're amazing, like, oh. So there is two different ones. So what I've done is I've already coloured most of them in. There's just this one that I need to colour in, and this is Pippa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two videos. So the first video I'm going to use this bottom set, which is the So Sweet set, and then the next video will be these top ones, which is the Crazy Chick. Now each digi stamp is £2.99, or you can get the full set for £12.99, I think, but I will leave a link to Julia's website, which will lead you to her shop. There's also I am part of Julia's dream team, and I feel very, very honoured to be part of that team. I am a part of the team along with there is another 4 lovely ladies. So we have the gorgeous Laura from Miss Stationery and Stuff. We have the beautiful Amy from All Things Crafty with Amy. We also have the absolutely amazing Emma from My Imagination, sorry, UK. And then we have a lovely lady called Jan, who isn't on YouTube unfortunately, but she does have her very own blog, and she's been working with these gorgeous stamps for the last few weeks, and oh my word, they are amazing. So please do go check out that blog, because honestly the work she's been doing with these has just been fantastic. So what I'm going to do, because I haven't coloured this one in, I am going to colour it on camera, because instead of using my pro markers this time, what I've actually done is I've used my colour pencils. They do have a coat of matte gel medium over the top, just because I'm thinking of doing a sort of mixed media type card today. So I'm going to I'm just going to run through. I'm not going to run, well, I'll tell you who they are. So this one, who's absolutely gorgeous, this is Flo. Isn't she beautiful? I will go in more details with these when I do my next video. You've got him, he is awesome, and this is Fred. And then we have, which is my, then we have this one. Now there's this one, which is Poppy. So I've done her in green, and I love her eyes, absolutely fantastic. Then we've got the lovely Prudence, sorry, out of shot. So this is Prudence, and this is just me colouring them in, but I just think they're so cute. And this one I think is my favourite out of them all. Actually, well, my favourite out of this lot. And this is Sid. Isn't he gorgeous? So that's them. You also do get some sentiments if you buy all of them together. So for the Crazy Chick ones, it says, "I know I'm weird, but that's what makes me unique. You will turn out ordinary if you're not careful. I'm not a night owl or an early bird. I'm an exhausted pigeon." I love that. Don't forget every now and then just to be silly. Sometimes I pretend to be normal, but then it gets boring, so I turn back to being me. I'm not weird, I'm a limited edition. My daughter actually spent about a whole year saying that phrase to us, saying, "I'm not weird, I'm just a limited edition." So that's quite cool. So let me introduce you to these gorgeous birdies. And oh, isn't she lovely? I actually have a canary, well, I don't have, my daughter does, up in her bedroom, who is the colour that she is, and she just reminds me of her. Actually, I might go and grab her and show you her, because she is a beautiful little bird, and she's not your typical canary either. She sort of, she just sits there and lets you do whatever. She really doesn't care. So I will be back in a second, because I will go, well, I'll introduce you to these, and then I'll go and grab her, and then you'll be able to see her. So we have, now this is the beautiful Edna. and I just had to do it in pink because why not? I think she's amazing. And then we have the lovely lashes, Edna, and just absolutely gorgeous. I love this flower as well behind. So this is the lovely lashes, Edna. We then have this very delicate stamp, and this is the lovely, I haven't cut that bit out properly. Let me get, there we go. And this is the lovely Sarah. So absolutely gorgeous. And then we have this one, which is Susie Sweet, who really does remind me of Irene. Our bird's called Irene. And then the last one, which I will be colouring in on here, this is Pippa. So absolutely stunning. You do also get a set of sentiments with these. So the sentiments are: two birds never sing the same song, your wings already exist, all you have to do is fly, no matter what yesterday was like, birds always start the new day with a song, the littlest bird sings the prettiest songs, what good are wings without the courage to fly? And then the last one, a bird who dares to fall is a bird who learns to fly. Aren't they just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to nip off now. I'll go and grab Irene because I would like to introduce you to her, and then once I've introduced you to Irene, I'm going to put it on speed up and we are going to colour Pippa in because she needs colouring in and adding to these, and then I think we will make a card or and do something quite mixed media-y with her. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so here she is. This is our gorgeous little canary, and she is called Irene. Are you going to say hello, Irene? So she is my daughter's bird. She is absolutely gorgeous, and unfortunately I can't sort of show you her face, but she tends just to, and there she goes. Come here, baby girl. Good girl. There we go. There you go. Are you going to say hello, everyone? Say hello. Right, so that is why I coloured this one in this colour, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous. You can have a peck. You can have a look. What do you think? So I'm going to go and put her back to bed because she's being very nosy, but she's absolutely beautiful. So there she is. Right, I'm going to put it on speed up once I've put her away, and I'm going to colour in Pippa. So say good night, Irene. Good night. I'm back. So I've made myself a card base. Now I've made quite a big one, and it is, when I measure it, so it is 6 by 7.5. So that's what it is. Now I've got some texture paste here which I bought from Tiger, so I'm going to use that. And then I have these brick wall stencils that I got in my craft box. So I was thinking, I think I'm going to have the ruffle one, of adding some texture in, and adding a brick wall for my birds to sit on. Not sure which bird I'm going to be using yet, but we will see. So actually, let me just get some tape, because I think I'm going to tape this down just so that, and I don't mind cutting just a bit off the card, so that is fine, but I am just wanting it so that I can have it, there we go, so that it doesn't move, because I'm thinking I'm going to be doing the whole thing. So I'm going to open up my texture paste. Let me just see if I can move this just ever so slightly. There we go. And now where's my spatula? That is the question. That's not there. That's not in that one. Right, I will be back in a second once I've got my spatula. Okay, so I'm back. The only one I could find is this one, so it will have to do. Do you know, I've got absolutely loads of them and I haven't got a clue where they are. Right, okay, so I am just going to put some texture paste all over this, because I do, like I was saying, I do want the whole thing, because I think it'll be nice to have the whole background. And then I thought to colour it, I would use my sprays. So I am going to do this bit off camera, because I don't think you need to see me doing the whole thing, especially since I don't have a proper spatula. Well, it is a proper one, it's just, it's not the one that I am actually used to. So I will do this and then I will dry it, and then I will be back, because I don't want this video to be super long. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I have dried that now. Let me just move my pencils just over there a second. A few of these. I do have this in my stash, and I was thinking of maybe using it, but I don't think I'm going to. I might use this on a different one, because I thought it might have been nice, you know, to add a tree or something in. But no, I'm not going to. So I've just got some white gesso here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some just to the centre, just because I want to sort of give it, I need to prime it first. So your gesso is what you use to prime your work, but I want to keep some of this craft card in. So once I've sort of finished with the white gesso, I'm going to come in with my clear gesso and finish it off, just so that we can sort of keep this craft card in, because I do like the look of the craft card. But we do need to prime our page, especially if you're using other mediums like watercolours, your sprays, your acrylic paints. It all helps to move your paint so it's got a better surface to work on. So just a little bit more, and then I will grab my clear. So I think that's enough for the white. So let me just grab my clear out and give it a good mix. So the white gesso I'm using is by 13 Arts, and this clear gesso is the Art Basics, and it's from Finnabair. You can get other brands. but I really like this one, so I use this one for my clear. Okay, so as you can see, where I haven't been with my white, and I'm not bothered about changing my paintbrush because I quite like it if there's just that sort of hint of white. If you don't like that, then by all means use a different paintbrush. I'm just move that. Oh, sorry, that was quite a loud bang. So yes, but I love this wall, and I think by the time we've added colour into it, I think it's just going to look really, really good. I mean, this is the first time, well, I wouldn't say the first time, but it's rare that I do a full-on mixed media card, and I miss it. I have to admit, I do miss doing mixed media. I miss my journal pages, but I just haven't got any ideas of what I want to do, or yeah, I keep having so many different card ideas, and you guys are absolutely fantastic because you watch them and stuff, but yeah, I just thought I want to do something different, so this is what I'm doing. Please do make sure to check out the other ladies because they are fantastic, and some of the designs they came up with for Julia's launch digi stamps, oh my word, they were amazing, absolutely fantastic, so really, really good. Okay, but yeah, I was so chuffed when Julia asked me to be part of her dream team. I couldn't even say it then. Yeah, it's like, wow, really, you want me? Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Right, let me just bring a little pot of water just so I can rinse that off. Right, okay, so I'm going to quickly dry this, and then I will be back and I will bring in my sprays, and then we will create a background. Which part of me wants to use Irene. Well, sorry, this is actually Susie Sweet, so part of me wants to use this just because we have a bird like that, so I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to use Susie Sweet, but could we also add in, yeah, why don't we use two? So we will add in Pippa, who is who we coloured in, and we will add in Susie Sweet. Yes, right, okay, I'm going to go and dry this and then I will be back. Okay, so that is dry. Right. Oh, so I've decided to go with colours that I wouldn't normally go with. So I've got some homemade sprays. Now all I've done is put a bit of gouache in and some water. And then when I go to use it, I give them a really, really good shake because they do split. But that's all I've done, and I've just put them in spray bottles. So I thought they would go really, really nice. I've also got this peach and red. I'm not sure if I will use them yet, but they're there. We've got this chalk yellow amber. I've picked up two of them, I don't know why. I've also got a dark brown. I've got this red. Again, it's a homemade spray, but I love the depth of that red, so I thought we need to use that. And then just this spray, which is French vanilla, so it's like a creamy colour, which is really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some blue roll just to put down on my surface. I normally I have an old tea towel that I use, but for the sake of doing this today, we will just use some blue roll. Right, okay, so let's, and then we'll have some to blot it off. Okay, make sure you can see, you can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my yellow. Now I'm hoping that these still spray. Yes. Oh. So I'm just spraying the yellow down the centre. I don't, because I want the centre bit to be a lot lighter than the other bits. And then we have not the yellow, sorry, my orange. So these are going to be, and this isn't wanting to, oh there we go, it had a bit of paint stuck in. So just like that, so the orange just to those side bits, like that. And then I am going to lift some of that ink because, sorry, not the ink, the paint, because there is quite a lot. And then I am going to dry this bit. So every time I dry, I will stop the camera because it can be quite noisy. Okay, so I haven't dried it fully. I've just sort of dried it just ever so slightly. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this red, and then again, I'm just, no, I want to put in this corner, and it's just to add colour. So what I'm thinking is, there, it's just bringing this orange a bit closer, because I think it's a bit too light in the centre. So that colour is looking absolutely gorgeous. I am loving that. Right, okay, so I am going to dry this. I'll dry this fully and then I will be back. Okay, so this is what we've got so far, and I absolutely love it. I mean, those colours are just gorgeous. I do feel it needs a little bit more blending. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I used the orange here. Well, we've got this chalk yellow amber, which is just a bit darker. So I'm going to, hopefully I won't ruin it, but just put that in across this sort of edge. That's so much better. And then I'm going to grab my yellow spray again and just spray it down the centre. And then hopefully that, oh, see, isn't that just gorgeous? I love those colours. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll dry this, and then, oh, try not to ruin it. I will dry this, and then what I'm thinking of is I have the sentiments here, so we'll come back and we will cut out a sentiment. But I think I'm going to add some embossing powder, so we will do that together. So yeah, as soon as I've finished drying this, I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. So that is our base. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm going to do some dry brushing on it, but I am going to leave it while we do the embossing, because I think it'd be nice just to bring out some of that texture of the brick wall. So I'm just going to put this to one side, and then I have my pen, which is for embossing, and I'm going to use this sentiment which says, your wings already exist, all you have to do is fly. So using this pen, just make sure, yeah, I'm just going to go over the W. Hopefully I will do this okay. Because I think it would look nice. And then also the F as well. So just like that. Now, I've never used this before, but we will see if it works. Now, somebody asked me about my embossing powder, my gold embossing powder, what make it was, and unfortunately I am not sure. All it says on it is Into Craft, so I really don't know. I really wish I did know, but unfortunately I don't. So that is looking quite good. So let's heat this up and let's see what it looks like. Oh, I really like that. So as you can see, you can't quite see it. It's, there we go. You've got just that hint of gold. So the next thing that I want to do, let me just put that in there so I don't mess it up, is I want a ruler, And then I am going to just draw around the edge. That's too much here. A border. Now I'm not worried that it's gone over because that is completely fine. Let me do this side first. And I'm really hoping it looks nice, but we will see. You don't know unless you try. So I don't know if you can see this. It's very like a very faint blue. This pen, but I got it when I bought my heat gun, and I don't think that's straight. So let's try again. Right, so that line will be thicker, but we can always double up if need be. So let's put the embossing powder on there. So just like this, and let's heat this up. There we go. Oh, I really like that. Now I need my trimmer. When I get it out. Right. And then let's cut this down. I'm not too worried about it not being completely all the white cut off. That's not worrying me just right now. I can sort that. I just wanted to make sure that or actually what I might do, let me move this, is actually make this all, so make it all gold, because I think that would actually look quite nice. So I'm just going around the edges and colouring it in with this pen, and then we will heat it up and hopefully have a nice border. Use this side. Yeah, hopefully have a nice thick embossed border. Now I've just gone on there, so I must wipe that off when we get to it. So this is the first time that I've done this, and it was just a little idea that I had. I wasn't sure whether or not it would work, but I really like it. So let me just get into all that. Right, let's see. Put my lids back on, and then let's see if we can get the embossing powder on it. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it all, but you don't know until you try. Right, paintbrush, just to, because we don't want that bit. Right. Okay, let's heat this up. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. Right, so that's our sentiments. Let me move these bits out the way and let me put this bit of blue paper in there. Let me put this away just so I don't spill it, because I know exactly what I'm like. And this bead, well, I got it for my beads for when I'm sorting my beads out, but oh, it's absolutely brilliant for this. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one, especially for when you're embossing or adding glitter, basically for everything. It is amazing. Okay, let me move that. Let me put the lid on here. And then let us bring, I've got embossing powder everywhere. So this is our card base, and then this will be our sentiment just here. We are using 2 birds, so I'm thinking pop her behind there and pop her just there. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Okay, so let's move them. I'm going to grab a brush and I'm going to grab some of my gesso. Now I need, what can I use? Oh, there's my phone. I need like a scrap bit of paper. Oh, there we go. I'll use this. Right, so I'm just going to dry brush over, especially over like the centre bit where the birds are going to be, because it'll make the birds stand out just that little bit more, and it's just to bring out the texture of those bricks. So this is just dry brushing. Let me see if I can get more paint out. Right, that's a bit too much on my brush. So you don't want a lot on your brush, you just want a small amount. And then you just sort of very gently go over it. Like this. Move everything out the way because everything is getting in the way. And then as you can see, all of that detail of the bricks, of that texture paste that we use at the beginning, is coming through nicely, and that's what we want. And it just adds more texture to the page, more interest. Okay, I loved making this card. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this card, and I hope it's given you some ideas. I mean, you don't have to follow the exact thing that I'm doing. You could do any texture paste that you want through any stencil you want. You know, it's just another idea for you. And if you've never tried mixed media and you're wanting to give it a go, then, you know, playing with different textures is probably definitely the best way to sort of go about it. Right, I am going to add a lot of white to the centre bit. So this is going to be there. She's going to be there. Oh, actually, I don't think you're going to see it. No. So let me just finish off in this corner. And add some more. And then I am going to just go around the edges if I can. I'm actually wondering whether or not to bring in my my inks and just to ink around the edges. So nearly done. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. I really, really do. Okay, let me get rid of that because I don't need that now. That is finished. What colour do I want to go for? Do I want my black soot or do I want my ground? Do you know what? I'm going to go with ground espresso. Round Espresso. I'm going to use one of these absolutely gorgeous makeup brushes that are amazing for ink blending. I'm going to start off in this corner, and then so it just makes it just that bit darker. I do like that. I like that a lot. So let's do that all the way around. So there's that corner done. Really liking that. Really liking it. Okay, and then let's do this corner. Like this. Love. Absolutely love that. Okay. So that is that. Do I want to add some? Yeah. So let's just add just a touch around her. There's still plenty on the brush, so I can just use that, because I just think that white is just that bit, a bit too much. Perfect. And then let's do the same to Susie Sweet. I keep wanting to call her Irene because she just looks like Irene. Right. We do actually have, and then I'm going to do the same to this, just ever so slight. I don't want a lot, I just want it just a tiny amount, and it's just to bring tone down that white, because I just don't want too much white within the card. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, so we actually have two birds. So we have Bernadette and we do have Irene. They are both canaries, and one just sits quite happily in your hand and lets you pet her and do anything that you want, and then the other one will not let you anywhere near her. We did think Bernadette was a boy. That's what the vet told us, because he's actually a rescue. Somebody took him into the vets, and we have a very dear friend who works there, and she phoned us up last year and said a bird had been brought in, would we like to take it in, and I can't say no, so we took it in. And then about a month later we got Irene, who used to be the vet's grandma's bird, so that Bernadette would have company, and it turned out Bernadette's a bully. She pulled all of the feathers out of Irene's back, so they're now in separate cages. They are together, and they do go out every day, and their cages are sat together, and you can open up the food trays so they can sort of interact through the day. But yeah, Bernadette's a bit of a bully, but they're both absolutely beautiful birds, and both this colour. Right, okay, I need to stop talking about my birds. Why do I still have that when it's nothing even on it? So that can go in the bin. Right, I want some foam pads, because I'd like these on foam pads. So I have wrote the names on the back so that I didn't forget, because I know what I am like. Can I write that? Yes. So you there, and we'll put you there. Alright, let me grab another sheet towel. Or three. Okay, let's put some foam on the back of Pippa. Don't go that way. But I just can't believe how gorgeous this set is. So like I said, I will leave the links in the description box below for you, so you know so it will lead you to where you can buy this set of digi stamps from. So they are £2.99 each, or they are £12.99 for the set, I think, if I remember rightly off the top of my head. So they're lovely to play with, and you can colour them how you want. I mean, I've already had a play. I was playing the other night. I was just sat crafting. Oh, and I made these tags. So there's Susie Sweet again. I love him. I really do. And that is Sid. And then we have this one, which is Pippa. Then we have Lovely Lashes Edna. We have Sarah. And then we have Edna again. And all of this doodling that I've done on these ones, I actually sit and doodle like that at the pub quiz when we go on a Tuesday night while I wait for the questions. Not that I'm any good at it, but yeah, I can't sit. If I have a pen in my hand and a piece of paper, it doesn't matter what the paper is, I cannot sit there without doing some sort of doodle. And I will be talking to my friends and I just sit and doodle while talking to them, so it's yeah. So if I ever have to go up, if I ever get a line, because it's like a big it's like bingo, so you answer the questions and then once you've got a line you go up to the quiz master. But it's quite funny because if I ever go up, I've got a sheet of paper that's just full of doodle, because why not? Right, I'm thinking I want this. Yeah, we'll put that there. So yeah, so I was playing the other night, I just had to, and I used my pro markers to colour them in, and then I think it was last night I was playing with my coloured pencils, and I can't remember the last time I actually coloured in properly with coloured pencils, and you know, it's been lovely. So I sat last night and I've sat today making that's lovely. I really, really like that. Not making, sorry, I got sidetracked. So yeah, I was sat last night and today colouring in all of these gorgeous birds, just using my coloured pencils. So you don't, and they're not expensive pencils, they're really, really cheap pencils. So they are from, I use some watercolour ones which are not very good as watercolours, that I bought from the Works, and I also used these ones which are from B&M, and is it Stidler, made in Germany, and I think they're about £2.99 out of B&M. So I didn't use anything, I didn't use any expensive colouring materials at all, because I want to show you that you can create something without anything like really expensive. Oh, look at that. Do you know, I'm not going to add anything else to this because I don't think it needs it. I think that is just absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have lasted to this long, then thank you very, very much. I really do hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope it's given you some ideas, and I hope that it's shown that you don't need any fancy colouring pens, or you can use, let me just put them all around. You can use anything. You can use coloured pencils, you can use crayons, if you want to use paints, use your paints, use normal felted pens, you know, use anything that you want to colour these in. But thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hopefully I will see you very soon in my next video. But until then, happy crafting. Bye!